Hiya. I'm in the process of reassembling the car. Headlamps in, the indicators. That's looking quite good. And bonnet on. Refitted all the stuff on the bonnet. I had to remake new paddles because the old ones didn't fit. And I put a plate like that underneath the edge. So it looks something like that, and that nylon pad goes underneath. I can adjust it up and down. So that's that. That's what the bonnet looks like underneath. It's looking quite good. And that's that pile of rubbish. But there we go. So that's that. Screen on, roof on. Roof opens like this, so I can get in. Otherwise you bang your head. So it's a bit like a ridiculous mechanism. I'm going to change that handle, but I don't know if I can operate that. And that operates both ends at the same time. That just comes down and hits on the slam plates there, and there, and the other end pokes out there. Is it shut? It is. Nah, just push it forward. So that's the roof panel. That's a louver in. That's what a louver looks like. It's quite good. Got the door hinges in. Some pieces here covering up the door bolts. But that's getting there. I've got to make up some foot pads to go on there yet. But I've got to do that, so that's no seats in at the moment. That's looking pretty good. I've got to wet sand this door yet. It's still got orange peel in it. So that's that. Got the back boot in, hinges on, Hillman Herald hinges. So that fits okay. Done the light. Done this handle position. It's not done up yet. I'm still playing with the catch that goes inside. That was hopeless. But that's basically how the roof fits on the car. And there's a hole there which goes right through the car and will stop this from flapping to and fro when you put the fitting through. And these here where the roof rams go hold the tailgate open. So, but that's kind of it. This panel here is the same, but I haven't got the handle on there. That lifts up, and then you get in. And interior wise, that's shut as well. Christ for that. The frame and the interior all white looks like that. So it's looking, I think it looks the business, but there we go. That's my decision. Some people might think it's rubbish. That's their decision. But I think it's alright. That's the false rivets. False panels. And there is a cover to cover up all this here gizmo, because this one hasn't got the handle on it yet, see? And that's what that does. And you open it, and as it comes down, this one's sticking a little bit. If I just put it there like that, it'll shut. Then when it's got the rubber seal up under the gutter up here, it won't rattle up and down. Well, at least that's the plan. But that's basically it. These brackets here, where are they to? I can't see them. I'll put a bit of tape on there. That bracket there is for a bracket to come underneath here with a bowl on it, which is for the roof strut. So the roof strut lays between there And there, so there's a roof strut that goes in here, gas strut. So it holds when you pop this catch, lift it a little bit, it'll just take the roof up on its own. As you can see, I've just got to paint these hinges, and if you take these pins out, they're not finished, it's just a piece of stainless steel, but that will allow you to take the roof off. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that to keep it there. Just put an end on that, I think, just push it in. I don't think I'm going to put anything on that end. They stay in pretty good. So that's that. But I haven't put the dashboard back in yet. And I've got the seat belts up here for over your shoulder. But that's basically it. And in here, screws a bristle strip with some bristles on it, and that's where the window comes up through. And then I've got a quarter light which overhangs, which goes up to there, runs along to there, and that's the channel for the glass, and it comes up to there. So you can see it's that wide at the top and that wide at the bottom, that angle, and the glass comes up through there. There's a little piece that fits in there, little piece of bristle strip there, and a piece along here, and then there's another bit that's going to go on the inside on a panel, and it will match up with that, and then that'll be the inner panel. But I haven't made that yet. I kind of put these labels on. They need to be repainted. I haven't put this back in. But that's it. That is as far as I've got. And it's certainly getting better, but it's not right. That's a lot of work. I redid up the Cobra badges, if I can find them. And that's one. And there's the other one. So I repainted these. I soaked them in some thinners, and the old paint came off. And I dabbed in the blue with the metallic off the car. Dabbed in the red. I found some red in a can. And then once that had flashed off, used a piece of cardboard with some T-cut on it, and buffed them until it had took all the paint off the top of the chrome, and then cleaned them with some panel white, and then cleaned the paintbrush right out in some fresh thinners, and then I used the white base coat and puddled it. Absolutely, it was puddled white in there. It's puddled. You have to just dab it. If you brush it, it goes everywhere, but I just dabbed it and it was puddled, filled right up, and then it sucked back. I left it for half an hour and it sucked right back, and then I dabbed on a second coat of white and let it suck right back, and I left it 2 or 3 hours, and then I came back and I buffed it off again, cleaned it up, and they look, and I'm going to lacquer them yet, but they look, but it's not focusing very well because the light's shining funny on them, but they look pretty good. They were rubbish before. It's my famous saying. So I'll put that up there. So that's it. That's where we are at the moment, and I think it's looking pretty good. So it'll have to be what it is. I can't do any more. That's as good as it gets. Nothing going to get in it. Just be sad. There. So I got in it without opening the roof. But then the car is quite a bit higher off the ground than it should be. Must be another 3-4 inches higher off the ground. The sill will be down here. It must be nearly 6 inches off the ground, I'd say. So, but I should probably put a piece of metal on there, because as you get in and out, you're always smacking your foot on this piece, so you're going to scratch the paint off. And I've got to put the locks back in and the catch on here. So it's quite a bit to do, but it's getting there. So that's as far as I've got.